Markets showing a little bit more weakness here today and unable to hold the gains, although S&P still pinned to 7,400. QQQ on the weaker side, though, and it's in danger of losing the 685 area, which has been support for the last month and a half here. We got some major news next week, FOMC, as well as the rest of big tech earnings. So important levels here for us. A couple of things, though, we'll just get right into it here. Qs, well, we closed in about 15 minutes, so without barring a huge pop here to save it, well, I guess it wouldn't be that huge. It could be like $3. I'll just assume that the support can break. You do have the 100 moving average just below here. So that I would say is still fairly major because we haven't tested it in a long time. And right now we're starting to get close to a 3 standard deviation from the 20 moving average here already. So it doesn't really look like it, but we're starting to get stretched here. And on the NQ, we're getting that 4-hour to really get buried here. And those are pretty good. It's pretty reliable here, the 4-hour RSI. It doesn't guarantee that we ramp or rally or anything, but it is a setup to watch for. So that's certainly in play. Another thing too, it's very funny how this works, right? It's like a bear trap, bull trap, right? So we had the failure at the neckline on SMH, and then it rolled over anyway. So this is what I do as a technician. The market's not respecting the wicks, so I just moved the line to where it's respecting, right? So we're just going to go right there. That's the new neckline. We do have potential falling wedge here on watch. And that could coincide, again, with that 100-day. And the same thing on the socks here. In fact, I kind of like the one on the socks a little bit better because it has a low pivot here, right, versus SMH, which it kind of has that, but the socks just has a better one, if you ask me. But anyway, you get the idea. That setup is there. So if we get a decline next week, I will be watching those areas here for the triple Qs. I talked about this earlier this week. I said we'll probably be kind of soft, at least until FOMC, maybe after Apple, just because of the reaction in all these earnings, right? What could have changed that is if Google pumped, right? If Intel pumped, and Intel was up after hours and it came back in, right? So selling off, like selling a pump here is not good. Tesla got hammered. So there, anybody who's institutional, and wants to hedge, they're going to hold those hedges, right? Through the FOMC and through big tech earnings. So I would assume that we'll at least stay soft. It doesn't mean we have to puke, but it's going to be harder to rally up until then. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. So, on the other hand, S&P technically still has, you could make a case. We could get taco news over the weekend and we have a higher low here, right? Breadth here is pretty strong for the Nasdaq being down over 1%. So the market's still relatively pinned. It's not like a massive broad-based breakdown. Hell, look at Apple today. New all-time high. Well, very close to a new all-time high, but the thread posted about it, like the 330 call just absolutely, it was like went from 5 cents to like $3. So pretty amazing stuff there. I talked about it also in the morning stream on our show, What's Moving Markets, which you should check out at 8:45 every day. Look for a fade here if we don't really significantly pump into the afternoon. So we're getting that geopolitical risk premium priced in as oil is off the lows now. It's still down, right? It's still down 3% here, but it is coming off the lows. Investors don't want to hold into the weekend here. We did go into a 618, and that finally gave us a red day here on crude futures. So we'll see how that translates over to the weekend. But right now, face value, S&P is still strong relatively to the Qs. Watch the 100 MA. Should we, get down there next week? Same thing with SMH. That was soft earlier. IGV did have a gap up for $1. And man, this is so frustrating. Right, so it's like they can't, we can't have more than 1 or 2 up days. IGV gets a couple days up, then SMH gets oversold, so it has to go the other way. And it's just been tough here for some of these sectors. Transports are flat. And they've had a flat week with oil pumping too. So it's just this correlation thing is out of control. TLT getting a little bit of a bid here off of, I'll call it double bottom, even though it's not. It's close. We'll see too. I mean, this is getting beaten down into the FOMC. Maybe we get a failed breakout next week just because of how much we've pumped into it. Another one. So we'll see. We'll definitely be keeping a close eye on it. XHB up today with rates down. IYR on breakout now. So that's a weekly breakout. So it's following through there finally. Monthly, beautiful. I love that. Banks holding up pretty well today. XLF, ARE up nicely. Broker dealers down, but they're still right off the highs. We talked about oil hitting the 618, XLE, kind of an uneventful day. But it is holding above those trend lines, so pretty strong there. But last couple of days, it's kind of flat. XOP is red, right? So when it a lot of, some supply up here, that's okay. You just don't want to see it continue to do that while oil pumps. And OIH kind of soft. It's only up a couple percentage points like this week while oil's pumped. So a little bit of a laggard there. Dollar kind of a inside day, but it's holding the breakout of that flag. And then gold here, I just need just wash out, please. Right? I mean, just give us a good flush here into that support, please. Been waiting on it. Silver, right into the 50 area, I think would be nice. PL, same kind of look there. PA, this one actually looks better because it could trigger an inverse head and shoulder here, but I think if the other three go down, it's not going to matter. And copper, nothing burger today. Lastly, Bitcoin. So another red day, but it is retesting the neckline here. So it's still alive until that breaks on a close. And if so, bears control. And lastly, before I forget, I just talked about this in Discord, but yeah, like you can see here all week long, Monday, put call at 1, Tuesday, put call at 0.92, Wednesday, 1, yesterday, 0.88. So you're seeing institutions hold hedges here, and I think that'll continue until next week. They have no reason to get rid of them right now. So we'll see what we get next week. Market held up today like we figured it would, but not exactly an inspiring close here unless we really, they could save the Qs here in the next 10 minutes by popping back above, but we'll see if they do. So anyways, guys, we'll wrap it up here. You guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. We'll see you guys all next week.